Welcome back to the last video on UITableViews. In this video we will be discussing the delegate pattern for customization. We will customize our UITableView to adjust in height based off of the contents inside of our table view. Up to this point we just covered the UITableView data source, and that is how we get data into our table view. But we can also customize how the table view looks, such as the size of the table view. That's handled with the UITableView delegate. So it's handled in a similar way. We conform to the UITableView delegate protocol. So we will create an extension here. And we will extend entry list and conform to the UITableView delegate. And then we will implement some delegate methods. Since we are dealing with the table view height, we will use the table view height delegate methods. One will be the estimated height for rowette, and the other will be the height for rowette. These two methods allow us to define a dynamic height by setting an estimated height for rowette and the actual height. So if we set the estimated height to 80 points, we can then return a UITableView automatic dimension for our actual height, and this will take a look at both our title label and our subtitle label inside of our storyboard and determine a height based off of those two. So let's select our detail label inside of our table view cell and make sure the lines are set to 0. So this will allow us to have multiple lines instead of just a single line for our detail label. We also need to go back to our entry list, and where we set the table view data source, we also need to set the table view delegate equal to self. And we can set that equal to self because we are conforming to the UITableView delegate protocol. Therefore our entry list is a UITableView delegate, and we can set the table view delegate to self, which is our entry list. For at least one of our entries, set a longer text to be able to demonstrate that some of the cells can be larger than others. So let's select entry 2, and we will say here is another entry for my journal. This entry will have some additional text to be able to demonstrate setting dynamic table view cell heights using the table view delegate methods. So that should be enough to be able to at least get a second line. So when we run our app now, we will see that second entry will be larger in height than our original entries, and see how the first, third, and fourth are a smaller height, and then the second entry has a longer height because we had a estimated row height, and then we had a height for rowette that was a dynamic dimension. In this section we covered the UITableView, how to get data into our table view, how to display sections in our table view, and how to use the UITableView delegate to customize our table view based on dynamic content. In the next section, we will work on building multiple view controllers and how to interact with multiple view controllers. See you then.